International trade in the US.
by Farida Helmy.
Asamis.
And Heidi Fayoumy.
What is international trade? International trade is the exchange of goods, materials, and services across international borders. It allows consumers and countries to have materials that they might not have in their own country.
Why is international trade important for the US? International trade is important for the US because it raises the standards of living, increases employment, and allows consumers to have greater amounts of goods. It also helps create good connections between countries, which increases cooperation and prosperity.
While there are many advantages to international trading for the US, there are also some disadvantages. These problems may cause some struggles for the economy.
Disadvantage 1: increasing prices. Tariffs are taxes that are imposed by governments on goods and services from the other countries. These trade barriers cause more harm than good. Tariffs cause a rise in prices, which reduces desirability for the US businesses and consumers. They result in buyers, consumers, paying more money for goods than they usually would. It also results in reduced employment and low income. A solution for this would be either to promote free trade or to reduce the price of these tariffs. The solution is both the solution is both reasonable and ethical because it will increase income and employment as more countries will be interested in other products. It will make traders relationship better. It is ethical because it does not harm anyone or anything, and the solution does not go against any morals.
Disadvantage 2: the risk of losing connections. When Donald Trump increased the tariffs for Chinese steel exports and other goods, China could not pay the amount needed. Donald Trump Act started a trade war. Since China could not afford to pay these tariffs, they decided to cancel all soybean imports. This is a disadvantage of international trade because it shows that different countries can disagree on things and lose their connections. This caused the economy of the US to suffer because China was importing many goods and materials to the US. Without these materials, the US could not manufacture certain products, such as aircrafts and products that need steel to make. The US also sends many parts of products to China for assembling, such as cell phones, computers, and other electronic devices. However, if this war had continued, China would no longer be importing and exporting any goods for the US. It led to having higher prices for consumers, which created financial difficulties. The solution was created the solution we created was the US should reduce the percentage of taxes on the Chinese imports. This solution is reasonable because it will benefit everyone, especially the US. This solution is also ethical because no country is harmed in the process.
Disadvantage 3: outsourcing jobs. Loss of jobs is one of the most easily understood negative effects of world trade. International trade creates jobs for exporting industries, but eliminates them in other sectors, as cheaper foreign goods displace domestic products. Job losses are especially high in manufacturing. There are lots of job losses in the US economy because job losses stemming from imported goods have exceeded jobs created by exports. Job quality is a related negative effect of world trade. Noting the disproportionate effect on manufacturing in this sector generally pay higher salaries and better benefits. The solution is that the government should take the people who lost their jobs and create more stable jobs. This solution is reasonable because it will increase productivity. It is also ethical because instead of harming people, the government will be helping them. And the solution does not go against any morals.
Extra fact. Language barriers can also be disadvantages when it comes to international trade in the US. The marketplace is filled with examples of poorly translated products. To solve this problem, factories should use marketing agency to review all the materials before making the product.
Thank you. The end.